Hai, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Jadi dalam video ini saya akan bercakap tentang maksud population dan sampel. So population here is the collection of all elements of interest, whereas sample is the selection of a few elements from that population here. Okay, so basically these elements, okay, elements ini sebenarnya it can be anything. It can be human beings, it can be animals, it can be plants, it can be bottle of drinks manufactured in a factory, for example. So that is a very long definition, but if as long as this is what you want to study, then all the elements here will be called population. So basically population adalah collection of all elements. The keyword here is all elements, dan sample pula is just picking out a few of this, and so dia menjadi sample lah. Okay, so that is the definition between population dan sample. Next, often decisions here are made based on samples. So ayat ini sebenarnya menunjukkan the idea of inferential statistics. So inferential statistics ni kita dah tengok dah idea dia sebelum ni. The idea is that you want to study the population by using the sample. So you study the population by using the sample, and based on the result here, you will make decisions about the population. So that's the idea of inferential statistics. Now, as an example, suppose dekat university misalnya, you might have an administrator here who wants to impose certain rule or policy. So before this can be imposed, before any rule can be introduced, it must take into account the opinions of students, for example. Now, if you think logically, is it possible that this administrator here, is it possible that he can get all students to give feedbacks? So all students, is it possible? Usually it is not possible, so what he has to do is he has to conduct a survey. So when you talk about conducting a survey, you are talking about selecting a few elements from the population of interest. So the population of interest here is the students lah. Okay, so this is dia punya population, and in order to come up with whatever rule that he wants, he needs to get opinions or get feedbacks, and in order to do that, he needs to select a few elements. So this is selecting a sample. Okay, so results of the survey here will be used to shape new rules or policies. So that is only fair to do that. Okay, that is a fair step. In order to impose certain rule, you need to ask for feedback, and it is impossible to ask for everybody's feedback. So what you can do is get a sample and form an opinion based on that sample. So that's the idea of inferential statistics. Now, one thing that is important for you to note is that sample must represent the population as closely as possible. So this is very important to note that sample must be representative of the population. Alright, I will stop here and I will continue in the next video with examples of representative sample. Okay, thank you very much for watching.